Good evening, everyone. So today we are continuing our series of finance, right? So right now I'm going to discuss the finance PYQ that is free of cost in our YouTube channel, right? The playlist you can watch. I have already discussed the year 2025 of finance in RBI Grade B. 2025 I have discussed, 24 I have discussed, 23 first part I have discussed. Now the rest question in 2023 I'm going to discuss, right? So you all can join our RBI Grade B mentorship program that is running on for the static portion that is going on, right? So you can watch with the trial classes. Just click on the link with the email ID, and you can watch some of the trial classes in ESI and finance, and you can see our notes because we are providing something which is you haven't seen the notes in the regulatory bodies competition, right? So and obviously the way we are discussing and everything, so you can join and you can watch the trial classes also at only the 2,999 cost, right? So join with us the RBI Grade B mentorship program. So now let's start the class. So I have already discussed the question in the last class of 2023. Till ninth question I have discussed, right? Now I'm going to discuss the 10th question in today's class, and it is also something. I hope the screen is visible now properly, so you all can read the things and you can answer it. So read it with me. There's a question 10 to 14 again asked in the comprehension side in year 2023 of finance topic, right? So read the following paragraph and answer the following question that follows. A discussion paper on governance in commercial banks in India was issued by the Reserve Bank of India on June 11, 2021 to review the framework for governance in the commercial bank. Okay? It is something related to your classification of banks again. In order to address a few operative aspects received through such feedback, it has been decided to issue instructions with regard to the chair and meetings of the board, composition of certain committee of the board, age, tenure, and the remuneration of directors, and appointment of the whole-time directors, that is WTDS, under the revised guidelines of the appointment of directors and the constitution of committees of the board. The chair of the board shall be independent director. In the absence of the chair of the board, the meetings of the board shall be chaired by the independent director. Is it clear? Now, the quorum for the board meetings shall be dash of the total strength of the board or three directors, whichever is higher. At least half of the directors attending the meeting of the board shall be independent direction. Now, so I want to tell you, if someone is preparing for this SEBI and PFRD examinations, if they have prepared the subject name as Companies Act, so somehow your preparation of your all regulatory bodies will be helping you in solving the question of finance also, right, in RBI, right? So if you will plan for 3-4 examinations, so somehow if you have read the Companies Act subject very well, so this question will be a halwa for you, right? If you haven't given, if some of the those who are watching the classes, if they have given SEBI and PFRD, then they can understand what I'm trying to say. Now, let's see some passages question that they have asked. Okay. Moreover, banks are required to form audit committee of board, that is ACB, and risk management committee of the board, that is RMCB. The revised instructions would be applicable to all the private banks, including small finance bank, SFB, and wholly owned subsidiary of foreign banks in respect of State Bank of India nationalized bank. So this is a passage that you have all read. So clearly first question is showing which part of the banking is being addressed by RBI in the above mentioned. So what you are thinking? Which part of the banking is being addressed? Which part of the banking is being addressed? So try to understand what is the meaning of corporate governance, because this is the topic that has been mentioned in your syllabus. Corporate governance refers to the system of rules, practices, and the processes by which a company क्या होता है? Directed, controlled, and managed. ठीक है? It encompasses the relationship between various stakeholders, including shareholders, management, customers, suppliers, financiers, government, and all the community. ठीक है? So the primary क्या objective होता है of the corporate government? To ensure that the company operates with transparency, fairness, accountability, and responsibility in order to safeguard the interest of the stakeholders and maximize long-term value, right? So the correct option for this question is not the corporate management, is nothing like that. Corporate government is the correct option. Risk management is not, because risk management is also there in your syllabus. There is a slight difference between the risk management and the corporate governance. So the correct option for this, according to this passage, will be the corporate governance, right? Because it is trying to ensure safeguard interest of the stakeholders and maximize long-term value. Okay, this passage is telling about that. Now the next question in this passage is telling, right, with regards to the above mentioned paragraph, the audit committee of the board, that is ACB, shall be constituted with only, right. So that's why I have told you the audit committee of the board, okay, that is ACB, it will shall be constituted with only non-executive directors. That is, okay. So NED. So if anyone has read the Companies Act subject very well, if they are giving PFRDA, SEBI, so any preparation of the regulatory bodies will be helping you to answer any examination. It can't be. So you have to read it very comprehensively, right? Now, the 12th question it is telling about, with regards of the above mentioned paragraphs, under risk management committee of the board, that is RMCB, the board shall constitute an RMCB with a majority of NEDs. The RMCB shall meet with a quorum of 3 members. Meeting of RMCB shall be chaired by N dash marks. Okay, so you can answer it can be shared by a requisitive risk management expertise. Okay, so tell me what will be the answer for this question. What will be the answer for this question? So we will try to understand independent directors, non-independent directors, non-executive directors, promoters, and we will also see the none of the above. So what can be the correct option for this question? What can be the correct option for the risk management? It is the risk management committee of the board, right? Because it is the, okay, if you will read it, meeting of the RMCB shall be chaired by an independent director who shall not be a chair of board, okay, or any other committee of the board, okay. So the correct option for this question is A, that is independent director. So that's why your preparation of somehow your SEBI and PFRDA can also help in your the RBI examination. You can see from the previous year that is going on, right? So I hope the things are clear to everyone. Now we will move forward to the next question, right? So the next question is, with regard to the above paragraph, identify X. So if you will see the above paragraphs, you can identify X. So what is X is telling about? What this X is telling about? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me what is this X is telling about? Take care. Okay. Let's see what is this X is telling about. Right. So try to know the quorum for the board shall be. So try to tell me. Anyone in the class? Tell me. 1/3 of the strength. Okay. Or 3 directors. It is telling 1/3 of the strength or 3 director. That will be the correct option. Okay. So the correct option for this will be 1/3 of the strength or 3 directors. Okay. Whatever be the 3 directors, it has been mentioned. So 1/3 of the strength will be the correct option for this question. So question 14. It is telling about the chair of the board may be a member of RMCB only if she has a requisite. ठीक है, कहाँ होगा बताओ? ठीक है, बताओ. In this risk management expertise, if they have the requisitive in expertise in risk management, then only. So B option will be right. So this you have to risk management topic. If you will read it very well, the question can be framed from this topic, right? So last question that has been asked in the year 2023, right? It is something which is related to your liberalized remittance scheme, and it is a complete static pie. So that's why you can understand schemes are also very important for your RBI Grade B proportion, right? So the correct option you can say, this is something in short form we call it, abbreviated form we call as LRRs, liberalized remittance scheme. Okay, right? It is a foreign exchange policy. First, try to understand it is a foreign exchange policy introduced by whom? RBI in 2004. So when the RBI has been introduced this 2004, ठीक है? So इसका intent क्या था? It intended to simplify and streamline the process of remittance funds outside India. ठीक है? So under the liberalized remittance scheme, all resident individuals, including minors, are allowed to freely remit up to USD dollar 2,50,000 per financial year in the April March foreign. So the correct option will be 2 lakh USD. USD to USD 2,50,000. So in this way we have completed your all the 15 questions that has been asked in the finance in the year 2023. So these portions are being recorded for your YouTube family. For our YouTube family, the analysis of the PYQ is been done so that you can understand with our RBI Grade B mentorship program, and you can join our mentorship program. You can watch the classes and you can see how we are going to deal with the each and every term. So there is a mentorship program going on, right? And if you will understand the static portion very well, then only you will be have a clarity in going this with the PYQ also, right? What is the importance of scheme? What is the importance of circulars? You can see in the year 2024, circulars was important. In the year 2023, schemes was important. In the year 2024, static question, conceptual question was important. So they are asking question either in the passage form or either directly. So anything can be asked. You have to understand static portion and connecting with the current affairs, and that will only help you to make the descriptive answer also. So for that, you can join our RBI Grade B mentorship program that is going on. Some of the classes are on the trial basis. You can watch and then think about our PDF that we are providing. Think about how good is PDF with the class, and then think about joining, because the cost of RBI 2026 mentorship program is just 2,999, right? So thank you so much. Keep learning. Bye. Take care.